and today I'm going to show you how to make flubber. And it's not slime because slime is something that would stick to you and get messy everywhere, which happened to me today. So this is flubber. I call this flubber. You can call it putty, but putty is really like something like really thick and hard to pull and stuff. So if you pull this flubber really fast, it like breaks. But if you're like gentle and you pull it, it's stretchy. So this is my second one. My first one came out better than my second one, but they're still both really fun to play with. And if you put them in balloons, and then you get like fishing. If you put them in balloons and put a fishing net around the balloon after you tie it off, you know those squishy stress balls, where it's like, since the fish net has like little circles, it'll like squeeze and look like a bunch of weird, like, I don't know, stuff. And so here is my first slime. I made one like putty, I guess, and then one like, why did I just call it slime? This is my first one I ever made. Sorry if you hear people in the background, my TV's on. So here's my first slime, and it's way stretchier. And this one's more of like, it does stretch. It's like more white. So stretchier, dirtier looking, not as stretchy, but really stretchy, and really more white. So I would save these in a bag because I don't honestly know if you leave these out overnight, if you leave it out all the time. I don't really know. So that's why I would just recommend putting it in a container or a bag or something like that. I just put mine in a bag because why waste containers? So the ingredients you're going to need are, since I already made this, there's like leftover stuff in it. You're gonna need, hold on, I'm just trying to pour this out. Okay, you're gonna need a bowl to mix in, and you're also gonna need something to mix with, which I'm just using a spoon. You're gonna need, the two main ingredients are glue. I'm just using some Elmer's glue and some liquid starch. You can make liquid starch, I think, with there's a little bit of cornstarch and a lot of water, but I would recommend getting this because this stuff really works. I call it Stuff Flow, but it's really Stay Flow. You can just call it liquid starch. But so let's get started. Okay, so get my phone over here. Okay, so of course it's back. Okay, so we're back. And you don't want to add your liquid starch first because you don't know how, you're going to want it to, you don't need more glue or more liquid starch. It's just however. So basically you want to start off with the glue. So I'll just make a little bit because I don't want to waste all my glue. I already have a lot of it, so. And I'll squeeze it when I'm ready, I'll tell you. Okay, so I poured it. I didn't want to open the top because I already did that for like this slime and this one I already have in my bag. Okay, so now you're going to take your Stay Flow. Your Stay Flow, or I'm just going to call it liquid starch, okay? You're going to take it. This is like a medium size. I know there's like, this one, I guess this is small and then there's large. So you're going to take it. You're only going to add a little bit at a time, depending on, like, if you take a whole bottle of glue, you're going to add just, like, a lot at a time. But I'm just going to put this closer so it doesn't spill everywhere.
So maybe we'll do 2 and then 1.
So, sorry if you heard someone talking, that was someone. So now, I might have added a little bit too much of liquid starch, but that's okay. You could just add more glue. So let me just add more glue. Okay, so I added more glue, and I poured, since I made already slime, there was already leftover liquid starch in there. So that's why I had to add more glue, because you're going to end up with, around it, you'll see there's extra liquid starch. It only soaks up what it wants to. So now, it'll just start to look like this, and you pick it up and start to, oh, hold up, someone's calling me. Okay, so, yeah, just a second. Okay, so the main thing after this, you're not really going to add more stuff. You really just want to knead it. I start off with just using both my pointer finger and thumb fingers and just start to kind of knead it. And sorry if there's people in the background, I keep saying that. It's just my TV, and, okay. It'll be sticky at the first. This is why it's kind of good to have the extra liquid starch in there, just so that you can kind of dab it And yeah, so I'm just gonna stretch all this. And basically with this, it's gonna be a bit sticky, so you're gonna take what's left over from the spoon, because there's gonna be stuff on the spoon. Take it, collect it with the slime ball, whatever this is, slime stuff. Or, because right now it's kind of slime because it's really messy. So you want to just not even pour any more starch on it. You're really just going to take what's left over in the bowl, because there's obviously going to be little drops, and you really just want little drops. So, sorry if I'm not looking straight at you, because there's a viewfinder right here, and it looks like I'm looking totally right here, but I'm really looking at myself in the camera, which the viewfinder's right next to the camera. So I'm mixing it, and it's starting to get to my desired. Now I'm ready to like actually play with it. And that is how you make flubber. Flubber. After that, if it's still a bit sticky like mine, I'm just gonna take a finger, like just dip it in and with your excess, and then start to knead that in there. And it'll make more liquid starch, makes it more stringy, and like, see, as you can see, it's kind of stringy. It makes it less sticky. And if it's really stringy, you want to add more glue so it's sticky, but it sticks together. And then it's kind of like a back and forth process. So that's what's good about having that type of stuff. Because if you're using one ingredient, you have to mix it only to a certain time. Then what if you mix too much? You can't do anything. You have to restart. And that's why it's good to have 2 ingredients and stuff. And so here is how my flubber came out. Sorry, I talk a lot. But, okay, so here's my first flubber. I already showed you, but I may not show you again. So, okay. This is my first flubber. It's the stretchiest, and it's my most favorite. You can squeeze it as hard as you want, and it won't stick. And so that's my first flubber. Here is my second one, which I'm really happy with this one, honestly. It's like really cool. This is my second one. It's up close. Ooh, you can see my thumbs. You said the zombie and the villager, then it's too much playing with it, and even we're talking. And then this one's really stretchy. The trick is to just keep kneading it. It almost fell. Don't get it much on your clothes, because it does stick to your clothes, especially if it's brand new. And you're really just going to want to get like a counter surface or whatever, and just knead it on there. Like fold it. Keep folding it, and it'll turn out to this really, really nice and stretchy. Don't get it in your hair either. Flubber. So I'm really happy with how this one came out. It's honestly more stretchier than this one. So yes, and that was how to make flubber. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please like the video, subscribe, tell me in the comments below any other ways to make slime besides this liquid starch. And by the way, I would recommend, I don't know if there's any other liquid starch brand, I would recommend this one. I think PRX is a brand, I don't know. I just seen this, I got mine from Stater Brothers. I checked at Target, and this is all they had. Well, it depends if it's in stock. This is all they had. They had the spray, and so I bought this one too. It's quite heavy. Obviously, this one's heavier, but this one's quite heavy. It's actually a little bit heavier. It's full. I tested it out, and this is basically what it made. It's just, I put in like, you know, slime, like that slime. I put this one in, but it's really foamy. Since it's spray, it's gonna be like spray, and it's not literally like those sprays you find to clean. It's like air freshener spray. And I tried squeezing a lot, so it's kind of watery, and it just made it really foamy. So that's why I would recommend using this Stay Flow Liquid Starch by PRX. And use that one because it's the best brand. So sorry, this video was kind of like 10 minutes long. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like the video, comment, subscribe. Tell me other ways to make liquid starch, slime besides the liquid starch. Please try not to thumbs down the video. Like it. I already said that, but yeah, thank you. And I'm going to show you another way to make slime. Maybe, I don't know, but thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.